Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to the channel. First off, I just want to say a huge thank you to the appreciation of my last video. You guys went absolutely nuts. It's got over 300 views, which is the first time in a long time a Vanguard video of mine has had over 300 views. There's no surprise because it was rank based. Now, the game you're going to be seeing here is a Masters 5v5 on the new Casablanca map. We didn't really have too much experience on the map. So it took me a couple of minutes to get into it, but don't you guys worry, I fry by the end. I pick up 2, 3, 4 pieces, and as you can imagine, as it's 5v5 like it was in MW19, it's just chaos. The guys I'm playing with, 90% of them I think were Master players back in Cold War League play. Who knows, maybe they'll be Master players in this current one. But my point of this video is going to be talking briefly about this map, my thoughts on it, as well as updating you on some more ranked information, because more has been released since I last spoke to you guys a couple of days ago on ranked. So if you guys are interested in, 1, seeing what the map's like, 2, seeing what 5v5 plays like on this map, and 3, how ranked is going to how ranked's going to play out, and a bit more information on ranked, make sure you guys stick through the video. Now, first and foremost, let's talk about the map. So the map is Casablanca. It's a multi-tier, multi-lane shit show. It's absolutely chaos. It reminds me slightly of Yemen, a little bit of Arklov Peak. I think Arklov Peak was a competitive map, but there were a lot of rooms, a lot of different levels, and a lot of streets. So it was a bit of a mixy map. I'll put a quick overview of what the map looks like on the screen for a few seconds, so feel free to pause it to see the layout. But yeah, it's a shit show. I'm not really sure what the call-outs are going to be. There's just a lot of roofs. It was quite funny. One of the guys I was playing with just kept calling out roof, roof, roof as a joke. But they were more than likely on a roof. Guns to use? I think there were a few long lines of sight. However, most of the map is either in like short-range corridors or in buildings. So unless you've got, I don't know. I don't know. It's probably worth considering having one AR on the map. But other than that, I think SMGs are going to do quite just fine. That's until we learn the lines of sight. I mean, there are so many lines of sight on the map, ways to flank, and it's a bit of a weird one. So the guys I'm playing with also have barely played it. I think they may have looked around the maps for a couple of minutes just to get feelers. But I think generally speaking, we haven't played it. But it looks okay. It looks okay. I know the reason I'm talking about it in ranked terms is because it's actually been added to the Game Battles rotation, which is a third-party ranked area. So chances are, I don't know how that guy didn't kill me, just ran straight past me. Chances are, what are those whiffy shots? Chances are this is going to be in league play or ranked as it drops. So yeah, that's the general overview. It's completely manic, but I do think it's hard to save because, as I said, this is a 5v5 game, so it's just catastrophically chaotic. There's some alliteration for you. So yeah, it's chaos, but I think if you guys, the people who play this most and play on a high sense and SMGs are probably gonna get the most benefit out of it, simply due to the fact that there's so many tight corners, and I mean, with the MP40 still beaming like that, the range isn't going to be a problem. Now, moving on to some details with ranked, which is possibly what you guys are here for. I know I touched on it briefly a couple of days ago in my previous video. However, more details since have been rumoured and released. I have been trying to update my pinned comment on that previous video, but I thought, you know what, let's just pop it into the next one because there's just so much to fill in. So, first and foremost, there's going to be skill divisions and tiers from Contender. So I'm going to start at the worst to the best. Contender, Specialist, Advanced, Expert, Elite, Master, and Challenger. Now, Challenger, I believe, are going to be the top 1% of players, which is going to be interesting to see how many of you guys are going to be in that, and hopefully get myself in that at the same time. But it depends how it's going to do. It depends if crossplay is going to be a thing. Because at the end of the day, if I'm playing against guys on 240 Hz on an Xbox, I'm probably not going to stack up against them. They are going to have the advantage, but I'll try not to use that excuse too often when I get shit on. What was I going to say? Yeah, so it will be interesting. You will be able to differentiate more between your pals. So there isn't just 4 or 5. There is now 7. So there's even more scope to know exactly where you are at. It's based on a skill rating, which is what I said. It's going to be an elo-based thing. So kills and individual performance will boost your skill rating, but winning and losing matches will ultimately have the biggest impact on your rating. Now, I don't think you can actually go down in rating if you win your match. So even if you don't do amazing, but you still win, I don't think you're going to go down. However, if you lose, however, you still performed, and it's just because you had a sucky team or whatever, you still might not lose skill rating. So it's a bit hit and miss. And the skill rating is essentially a number that just goes up and down. And say you get to 2,000, it puts you up to Master, 1,800 for Elite, 1,500 for Expert. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but that's how it works. But it's super exciting. The top 250 in the world, I believe, will be on their own leaderboard, so it'll have the best of the best in the leaderboard for the top 250. Chances are these are going to be pros, amateur players, you know, the guys in the amateur league, and just absolutely cracked kids on PC. I can't imagine myself in top 50, not on an Xbox. I'd be very surprised. I mean, unless it's a non-crossplay setup, but I don't think it will be. A lot of Xbox players probably aren't going to be at the level of a PC player. But hey, it is what it is. It's interesting to see, once you get up to that 250, how you stack up against the pros. Yeah, I'm buzzing. Unfortunately, it's not going to be released exactly with Season 2's update on Monday. However, it is going to be released on Thursday, so probably about 6 o'clock it'll go live. So make sure you guys are on for that. Get warmed up. Play a bit of, I don't know, play against bots. Play a bit of hardpoint. Play against some zombies without aim assist. Whatever floats your boat. But make sure you guys are fully warm and ready for when League Play, or I keep calling it League Play, when Ranked drops in the evening on the, I say 6 o'clock. That'll be UK time. I'm sure around the world it will drop off different times, but I think it's 6 o'clock UK time. Yeah, be sure you're ready for that, because it is exciting stuff. A few more details before the game finishes. I'll say that. There's still a couple minutes left. And as you can see, I'm absolutely beaming this MP40. There's no need to use an AR whatsoever. And what do you think of the map so far? If you made it this far, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you tried it yourself, or just based on this video, what are your thoughts? Now, what was I saying? Yes, so back to rank things. Obviously, there's penalties for quitters, team killers, disconnects, and there's harsh penalties if you keep doing it. So if you're constantly leaving or constantly rage quitting, you'll get higher and higher penalties. I think everything's wiped as a new season drops. So essentially, at the beginning of each season, you'll have to do another 5 placement matches just to see where you stack up, and then try and rank up. So it won't be like a reset, but it will hopefully give you a chance to sort of get back to, you know, where you should be, and sort of reset the whole thing, so people don't get stuck necessarily in the wrong category, or are being just carried. I did hear a rumor in the code, which is what I put on my current on my older video, that you can't play with anybody who is, well, in the higher school divisions at least. So for example, competitor, master, possibly elite, you can't play with anyone who's ranked who's ranked more than one skill division above or below you. So it does mean that if you are sweaty and you're in that master / competitor level, you might not be able to play with those guys in expert or advanced or that sort of thing. I think it's a good thing. It means it's a little bit more competitive, and you can't rely on teammates of a high school level carrying you all the way up the ladder. So yeah, that is interesting stuff. I think there'll be challenges and win rewards. There'll be all sort of camos and cosmetics and call signs, which is exciting. And as well as this normal division, which I've said with the ELO rating, there will be the weekly season which we had in Cold War, where you get gems and level up to rank 50 instead of 30 this time. So that's exciting. So it's a bit of a hybrid between the two, which I'm looking forward to. What do you think? Have I missed anything? If there's anything I haven't said, make sure you guys let me know. I just can't wait to make content for you guys. I'm hoping to hopefully get ranked fairly high, and be able to produce the best content I can for you. So that's going to do it for me. There's 20 seconds left of the video. I don't fry, but I hope the gameplay showed you a brief showcase on what the map can be. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.